Guy Code with Rena.
Welcome to another episode of the Guy Code. I am Rena Swearing. Guys, this is the last episode of 2021. Last Guy Code episode of 2021. It's been a great year having this discussion with you guys. And on this last episode, I really want to share our 2021 Red Pill Roundup. A couple of tips and essential lessons we really need to understand, and 2021 has taught us, and we really need to carry these lessons on to the next year. I have them in two categories. One is female nature, and the second one is just general self-development. I'll just start with the female nature category. Number one, the first lesson you need to understand and carry with you to the next year is her ambition. Her ambition is for her goals, not yours. Guys, you need to understand this. When you're dealing with an ambitious lady, right? For all those guys who really want an ambitious lady who really is about her bag, her career, her hustle, all that, all right? You really need to understand that all this ambition doesn't mean that it will always work for your favor, right? This ambition is for her goals, not yours. So it is very important that you understand early on what is she driving towards? What is her goals that she really wants to achieve? Because, guys, if you just assume that this is an ambitious lady and she will hold me down when, I need it, or, when I'm down, or when seasons are tough, she'll have my back. Assuming that will always be true is a big, big, big mistake. Because if you are not part of her goals, if you're not part of her vision, then you will be dumped. You will be collateral, all right? And that's just the truth. Because ambitious ladies will chase their goals. Their ambition is for their goals, not yours. That doesn't mean that just because she's an ambitious lady and she's a fighter, does not mean that she will fight for your interests. She will fight for hers. That's the truth. So, if you get to marry this lady and an opportunity rises for her to achieve one of the goals that she's really been driving towards, best believe she will leave you and go after that goal. Or she will sacrifice what needs to be sacrificed, even if it may pain you, and she will go and achieve that goal, right? Whether it's a job abroad, whether it's an opportunity that she will need to dedicate more time to and sacrifice time with you, whether it's whatever, she will sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed to achieve her goals, because it's her self-fulfillment that will come first, not yours. That's point number one. Number two, how you start with a female is how you will end with a female, right? So if you started off with a weak frame, if you started off, just brushing off a couple of things, maybe a few shows, a few times she showed disrespect towards you, you just decided to brush it off. It's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. Believe me, it will grow and it will become worse and worse and worse. And you have to understand, are you ready to handle that? Are you ready, you know, to put up with that? Maybe for the rest of your life, or until you get a divorce, which will pain you even more. So understand, you need to set the foundation very firmly at the beginning. In the beginning, set the foundation very firmly. This is what you stand for. This is what you will not accept, right? Because she will treat you how she sees you carrying, how she sees you, and how you carry yourself, right? If you carry yourself as someone who just can be okay being pushed around, can be okay, brushing things off, she uses a certain tone, she, she shouts at you, she uses certain language, she curses you out, and you're like, no, it's nothing, it's nothing. No, you have to check it. If it's not okay, it's not okay. And you have to set that from the get go. It's very important you do that, guys, because how you start is how you end. You may make a decision to change, and she may treat you differently, but to be very sure, it's very important that you just start off on the right foot from the get go, right? Because if you change along the way, you will face some resistance. You should wonder, okay, where's all this change coming from? Can you go back to the person I knew? And in that point, I really advise that you just cut off that relationship and go start a new one afresh, because she will never see you in a different light more often than not. She might not, but highly, she might not. So understand how you start with her is how you end. You need to set the foundation right from the get go. Number three, she loves how you make her feel. She doesn't love who you are. This is an oldie but a goldie, right? She loves you for the value you add to her life. And this value makes her feel maybe special, make her feel appreciated, makes her feel fulfilled, whatever she makes her feel. She loves you for that feeling. When that feeling is withdrawn, that love goes. That's the truth. So if the relationship ends and you're wondering, oh, I'm still the same person, what happened? I'm still nice, like she said, I'm nice, I'm still funny, or I'm still sweet, like she says, I'm sweet, and she still ended it well. Maybe she doesn't make you don't make her feel the way she wants to feel, or there's someone else who makes her feel even better to a higher intensity that she's now attracted to. And that's just how the game is. And that's okay, and we accept the game as it is. So she loves you for how you make her feel. She doesn't love you for who you are. Because if you talk about nice guys, if you talk about charming guys, if you talk about guys who can make her laugh, there are so many of those such guys in her friend zone, right? They're good guys, they're decent guys, but she doesn't want to give them a chance because they don't make her feel how she wants to feel, you know? So that's just how it is. So understand she loves you for how you make her feel, not particularly for who you are. That's number three. Number four, guys never sees the ability to produce, always be in a place where you are able to produce, where you are able to provide, right? Never break the bank, sacrifice, strain, trying to impress, trying to satisfy all her wants. Her wants are endless. They are endless. You will never be able to satisfy all her wants because always new ones keep coming up. When you satisfy these ones, others keep coming up. So if you struggle trying to break the bank, trying to get everything she wants, these ones will be endless. We live in a consumer world. Products and different things are being invented every day just for us to consume, 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 consume. And these ones will never end. So if you try and sacrifice, train, trying to get everything she wants, these ones will never end. Focus on the needs and focus on your ability to produce, because at the time that you will be needed, you will be required, it will be very important for you to, show up and do something about a certain situation. You will need to be prepared. You need to be prepared for that situation to show up and show out, because that will be a need, that will be an urgent need. And if you used all your energy trying to satisfy the wants and the needs come, what happens then? You're trying to just pay off for vacations, this and that, this and that, and this and that. And you end up having a child. Now you can't take care of very important bills that she needs to be taken care of as far as her health, because you're trying to pay for vacations. No one want to hear that excuse. You'll just look very, very irresponsible, and that's not the kind of look that you want, guys. So never cease the ability to produce. Always be in a position and retain a position of a producer. Number five, do not rush to introduce her to your family or your friends. Now, guys, I really encourage you guys to keep your love lives private, okay? Because the truth is, many people will get into your business And not all of them will have the right intentions. That is just how it is, right? You know, you may be cool with your friends, cool with your family, but once they see you with a certain lady that they feel, hey, that's a little bit out of your league and I will want her, you will see a different side of her, side of them, you know? And the worst thing is that now you don't want to talk to your family because of a female. You start beefing with your family, your own blood because of a female. That's a situation you don't want to be in, guys. You do not want to be in that situation. So safest bet is keep your love life private as much as you can. In fact, another shout out to the Warriors channel and amerixpod.com. You definitely need to listen to his podcast. Very, very insightful information he shares there. He says only introduce your lady to your family when she has already delivered or she's expecting your child. And I kind of agree with that. I agree with that. Because that's the stage that, you're already building your legacy. And the truth is when it takes more than two people to raise a child, to instill the values that they need to take on the world and take on their lives. So introducing your lady when you're already expecting a child is important because that's a position that you will need your family because that's their nephew, that's their cousin, that's all that. And they will definitely want to be in their lives to, keep the family together, and especially in African context where, the family really is involved in raising the children and, instilling the values and just keeping up the family name. So when she is expectant, when she is delivered, is the best time to introduce your lady to your family or even to your friends. So I agree with that. But generally, general rule of thumb, I want to encourage you guys: do not be in a rush to introduce your lady to your friends or to your family because you need to understand one, who you're around. Number two, guys can change. Guys can turn out to be snakes. You may find out that some of you, these friends or relatives, could be jealous of you, and now they want to, sabotage what you have. So be very careful. Be very careful of who you allow to, you know, share your love life with, your private life with. Be very, very careful. So that's a point of do not rush to introduce her to your friends or your relatives. So that's the first segment on female nature. The second segment of the Red Pill Roundup, general role, self development, health, guys. Health. Guys, you need to focus on your health. You need to focus on keeping yourself fit, keeping your body, because you only have one body, guys. And with all that is happening with the virus, with all that happening, COVID and all these different situations, things coming up, different variants, fitness is showing to be the most important thing you can have right now. So learn how to take care of your body as much as you can. Be careful for what you consume, as far as the foods you consume, as far as the things you allow in your body, as far as working out, the activities you undertake. Take care of your body, guys, because you just have one. And as far as hospital bills and dealing with medicines for a long time, you do not want to be in that situation. You do not want to be in that situation. For all those who have family and friends who are, could be on lifelong medication, lifelong, conditions, they know what it is, and they really appreciate and understand how important it is to take care of your health. So guys, number one, you really need to focus on your health, and going on to the next year, 2022, really prioritize your health. Number two, your wealth, your finances. your ability to produce, right? Take care of your spending. Be careful about how you spend. Be a good steward of what you receive, what you earn. Learn how to save for rainy day, investing, how to grow your money because, in a consumer world, there's so many distractions. Different items want, look alluring, look very attractive, and you are tempted to buy them now. But if you get what you want now, you may not afford what you need later. That is the truth, and you don't want to be in that situation where you've spent all your money on different toys. Although toys are good, occasionally once in a while you need to treat yourself, but you don't want to spend all the hard-earned earnings on things that will not prove to be valuable in the future, especially using these earnings in your earning years. You may not be as fit or as agile, as youthful as you are right now in the next 10, 20 years. When your body will be slowing down, you'll be heading to, retirement, or to be as active or in a position to, push your body to be as productive anymore. You will need to have stored up enough to have some passive income to be able to take care of you, take care of your needs in the later years. It's very, very important. So that's number two, wealth. And number three, spirituality and meditation. Guys, for those who are religious, it's a good thing to believe in something that is beyond you because this life can be very tough, can be very tough. And the feeling of that you're just alone and the feeling of the weight of all your issues going through your head, the worries can really, stress you out and piling all that on yourself because life can hit you hard and many things can come at you at once and you will need to find a way of how to slow it down, meditate. If you don't believe, if you're not religious, meditating, having your quiet time, journaling, just sharing, pouring out your thoughts, whether on pen and paper, whether on meditation, whatever it is that helps you to relax because, life can be very stressful and challenges come back to back sometimes. You will need to have a structure to handle all this stress, whether it's religion, praying to a supreme being, or just meditation, and journaling and having that time where you just want to pour out, what you're thinking and how to handle certain situations. So it's very important that you take care of this part of your life, your mental health. It's very, very important you take care of your mental health because mental health is something that has really been affecting men all over the world, all over the world. And it's when not handled correctly, it leads to very serious tragedies of suicide. And you don't want to head down that road. Just learn how to take it easy, slow it down, journal, meditate, pray, whatever you need to do to just ease your mind, ease the stress, and wake up and fight another day. Lastly, guys, is know your priorities. Going on to 2022, know your priorities, whether it's your children, whether it's your family, because in this world where we're always busy, back to back, we're always busy, we always have different activities to do, whether it's your job, whether people different, people demanding things from you. It's easy to just get caught up in the routine and you don't get to just pause and focus on what really matters because if when it's all said and done all these things that you're really trying to keep yourself busy with will still be handled by someone else. So you need to be in a position or just relax and focus on the very important things. Have your priorities, some things that you will just say, you know what, this is the one thing I'll have to sacrifice for, whether it's your time with your kids, whether it's time with your family, whether it's, building something, a company, whatever. Learn to focus on the things that will precede you way after you've gone, will go beyond, will go ahead of you way after you're gone and will leave your mark in the world, will leave your impact in the world, will help you leave an imprint in your community and in the space you existed in. It's very important that, and many people believe that's, your children, your family. Those are the people who will really keep your legacy alive. And it's very important that you focus on your priorities, because in this very busy world, you don't want to be caught up to distractions and you reach the end of the road and you're wondering, when was it worth it all? Was it worth, sacrifice? What do you have to show for it? Not much. And you just dealt with things that can be easily done by anyone else. You don't have any long lasting impact. It's a very sad situation. You don't want to be in that situation. And that's just what I wanted to share with you guys as far as self development, as far as female nature. I hope these points were very useful to you. I'm glad we got to share all these discussions in this year 2021, heading on to 2022. I look forward to more discussion, more wins, more self development. I really appreciate your feedback on Twitter at Guy Code Kenya. Guys, happy holidays, happy new year, and see you 2022. 2022. We shall talk soon. Goodbye.
Guy Code with Ren Osware.